Hey all, this is Anosis and this is episode uh 27 or 28, I think. I forgot. I forgot what episode it is, man. I didn't mean for this battle to take this long though and stuff that, that was a bit. So I really thought the battle had more damage than that, but apparently not. Wow, you're still alive. Isn't it so annoying with the whole let's put to sleep. When Barrett gets to use bait shot to finish off. Very nice. Go, feather. Doot. And then you wanna rest. And actually, the funny thing is the peace ring, by the way. Kom ner och tyck smällen ifrån oss. It's an obvious place. Yeah, because okay, where did Corneo run off to? You know that he couldn't have run off into like a house and be like, oh, I'm hiding inside the house. He wouldn't do that. I forgot what he says now, if he says something special. One had as if hanging up in a rope, and the other one kind of looked like Smelony. Like Smelony's infamous. I don't know, all of them are on double bites, yeah, all of them are on double. Number save. Right here, we save. No. And then we get a whopping, 20,000 for the fight, and then the peace ring itself can actually be sold for a lot. You can buy more peace rings later on, by the way. Yeah, let's just escape here. It's better to just escape now. Fucking rude, you slow ass. It's funny if you go to where all the Turks go, or I don't think that gives you positive points with anything if you do go to where all the Turks went and stuff that, right? If you get some like unique dialogue or whatever. And here's the thing, that him wanting to fuck both, like Claude, Aris and Tifa is bad enough, but they are like all legal, so to speak. But my problem in this situation is, of course, of the age of Yuffie is the big problem. And stuff that, like, you don't ever find out how old Elena is though in the game, I don't think. So that, yeah. Och Just ask, why do you kill my little apps? I'm gonna make you play with my new pet. So is he a Beastmaster? Taking you don't continue by Beastmaster them, right? Because why did you kill my little pet? So that means that Abs is actually obeying his commands, and it's not that he's making Shinra do it for him. It's not that he's experimenting. It's more like that he's an actual Beastmaster. Then it's a pretty bit cool skin of this, but we use Meteorine. I think that's it. We actually do Matikai here as well here. I think we actually go to here. I think we also secure here. Okay, that wasn't out of damage at all. Damage man, it is not very good. Big fucking shot right in your fucking face. Not dead yet, extremely problematic. Not dead yet, he's not dead yet, he's not dead. Scorpion till about time. Hey, my fucking team, motherfuckers! Damage Barrett again. Barrett is mad and shooting. It's a big shot. Dun 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 dun. Barrett him with beats and right to the face, right to the face, right to the fucking ugly face. Face, but it's like 1037 damage. This gives you also very good XP at this point. 3200, which is actually very, very good XP. 33 AP, which means that it's 66 AP. You get 20,000 gil for whatever reason. And get the peace ring. And here's the thing about why does it give you so much money specifically? Because he's sure he's weak. Squash tomatoes. It's not what it says in the original. It doesn't say squash tomatoes. It says something with pancakes, I believe it is. Good timing, Rude. Rude like the guy in Wild Arms. Alright, Cornelius, be all clicks to listen up. Why do you think we went through all the trouble of teaming up with those guys to get you? Number 2, hold on. Because he thought, because he used the quote that Corneo uses, because he knows about it. The correct answer was that was a target. I'm pretty certain, right, that they would have allowed him to actually be alive if he would have answered the correct way. Yeah, they want us to find Cloud. Are we on? Oh, they're still on vacation. Get me down! Yeah, that doesn't feel good. I believe there is also technically, I think there's someone, because I'm pretty certain that there is a Final Fantasy VII like randomizer or something similar to a randomizer, but I believe that there is technically a euphemizer as well, that basically at the beginning of the game you get certain material or whatever, and then it basically does all shuffling thing here, and stuff like that, and I believe that it doesn't overwrite the slots you already had. So this will still be restored, nice, but okay, so I got a bunch of those. Right. So basically then you would go in with like empty, like at first, and stuff like that. So we got the HP empty absorb there, and stuff like that, and we got the 20,000 there. Also, of course, got the absolutely massive P-swing, which is a big deal. Let's move Shock Missile, let's move that, let's move all those. I think we're not using it on anyone here. We can use her now. Melanie Mac, and we can use Barrett or Melanie. So let's use Barrett because Barrett is actually pretty close now. Although we give him the thing, the Dragoon Lance. It's a very nice damage increase, actually, all the way from 44 to 66. The Magic Shuriken, as you can see, is very powerful, but unlike the other so-called quote-unquote yoke weapons, this still has damage on it. Although, right, like, how much magic does she have? She has 59 magic, and then, yeah, 59 to 51. 59 to 51. So the thing that's called Magic Shuriken has less magic. So it's Spirit and 44 Spirit. 44 Spirit. 4 Spirit, yeah. So what does it actually do? I mean, 109 damage. 81 damage. Okay, it's a big difference. It's a very big difference damage-wise. Stuff like that, so that's why it's good, of course, obviously because of that, but still. Right. Yeah. So really use battle him. Really we switch to Barrett, and yeah, put everyone in the back row. Now I think they say something else here now. And we can't go in here anymore, right? Oh, we can, okay. Now they're not blocking you anymore here, so now you can get the other absorb materia. You can get the HP absorb here. HP absorb. So now you have both HP absorbing and MP absorbing. Like you have to think about like how powerful this would be. You would have the added effect into it as well, making you able to get statuses, stuff like that. But you also have the elemental effect. You have the HP absorb effect. You have the MP absorb effect. You have the all materia effect. What else? MP Turbo, you would have the effect of MP Turbo as well. You will get the effect of added cut, which is different from added effect because added cut is even better because added cut kind of works like a command materia thing, if I remember correctly, right? Because added cut is basically like it adds status to equipped weapon or armor, but added cut I believe is specifically to your attack. That's functionality too. Or I forgot what added category. No, it is the one that has the effect when you actually attack, so that when you attack, for example, you can steal at the same time. But it does not work like that because it's actually only magic materia that it does that with. But still, that is very, very powerful. It's a very powerful effect. So there's a lot of like independent material. And I always thought that it would have been so or support rather, because the purple one is independent. So you can get more the same here. Knuckle, chainsaw, Aurora, Gold Barret, Slash Lance, Microphone, Razor Ring, Short Barrel. Right. We can sell Spear for 600. Magic Sword King is cost 3000. Magic Sword King is very sellable. But I'm gonna keep that. You can see, for example, that Peace Ring is worth the same as the 3750. I'm pretty certain that I remember Peace Ring being worth way more than what the Gem Ring is. But yeah, so we equip these. Equip the Peace Ring, of course, obviously. You want to have Peace Ring. And that gives you Sadness, Fury, Confusion, and Berserk. Wait, so why does it not mention Confusion anymore? Why did they add one less line? Because it did say that before. In the original, they definitely mentioned Confusion, Berserk, Fury, Sadness on the Peace Ring. But also, of course, it makes sense, right? Because you're in peace. And like, it's a very, very good combination of things, because Berserk is really bad to get affected by, Confusion is really bad. Sadness and Fury, of course, doesn't benefit you. So now, for example, yeah, you can still afflict them that way. But now, okay, we wasted them. But when you're under those effects, basically, you can use these now. You can use them, and then you will never need another one again. Oh, we can sell a remedy for 500 as well. Swift Bolt is worth 400 though. So let's sell Swift Bolt. So right, but yeah, we definitely do not want to sell the Peace Ring. So the Peace Ring is very good, of course, because it makes you immune to the one effect that could move around, because you're meant to cure that immediately, of course, obviously. So now is where the true grind would start pretty much, stuff like that. So yes, we do have a bit of cash we can spend also as well. We're not going to be doing the other thing yet though. I think they don't change the price here. Chocobo feathers are still very expensive here. And I forgot to exchange. Now the thing is, something that is very good with fighting them now is that how you get one of the rings, one of the immunity rings. So that was very useful. And then we put on the rune omelet, we put steel, of course, obviously. We put steel on another rune omelet, and then we put steel on that. And I put the restore there. We also put Chocobog, we put Shiva, we put the best Ifrit, I put Ramu, and we also give him Titan. We don't need to do Odin Koyata, let's not waste time with them. And then we use right, and we use the armor material still is going to be still important to like master and stuff. That's why we still need to have those there. And then let's go with barrier, destruct, revive. That is because those are very powerful. And then he gets time, gravity, and poison. And this stuff on here does not matter. We're not going to have anything equipped on the eating cot there for now. Let's see. Everyone has steel. Yes. And he has the best steel. Yeah, with 13,000 there. And we fight here on the beats next to time. It doesn't matter which beats, you can do the northern one there if you want to, or you can do this shortest strip here. Although it might take a little while. But if it's always this encounter though, yes. Some steel. Here we go, first attempt, Adam Bangle. Nothing to steal. And then I believe that's a counter, yeah, that's a counter actually. I think that it might actually work here though. Yeah, it makes a lot of popular. That's right, this is the only. Okay, that does not work at least. In technically we can just run away. We still get to keep the item that we got. So we still have the. Now we had the Adamant Bangle. And the Adamant Bangle is interesting because unlike the actual Gigas omelet, it has slots or well, it has like material growth on it. And yeah, let's actually do things here. Oops. Vinima boy, power source, art source, magic source, mind source, speed source, luck source. All the sources in the world you ever want. Hopefully now again, or I think good. Yeah, we're not gonna get pretty crazy stuff processed eventually and stuff that, so yeah. Yeah, not yet though. Now we could smell on it again. Put smell on in. And we save. Because we only needed one Adamant Bangle in my opinion, as that we don't need several. Although I am going to go and double check if it's true that the price on the Adamant Bangle is that low. That it's used like the Gigas omelet, like both the Gigas omelet and the Adamant Bangle is like extremely low in the sell price. Yeah, it's only worth 300, like Adamant Bangle is worth absolutely crap. Which I can understand, right, because otherwise it would sell for like an insane amount. I might say, oh, it has to do with it having very few material slots, but I don't think that is true at all. I think there are other reasons. But the thing is, like, you might be wanting to know what is so good about the Adamant Bangle and stuff that. Like, the thing is just that it gives you a lot of magic. It increases your magic stat by a lot. It is technically the best in terms of increasing magic, except for a few other armors, like Fort Bracelet is technically the best spellcasting armor in the game. But Fort Bracelet you only ever get one of. It's not stealable anywhere, and I'm pretty sure it's not morphable anywhere either. So you can ever only get one Fort Bracelet, which is actually like Mistyle is like really good. Of course, because Mistyle is actually pure material and stuff like that. Here's how, it's a thing, yeah. He's not asleep in the bed here. Is this different yet? No. Oh, they aren't until disc 2, the ones that are playing in there and being like, oh, they don't want the world to end, stuff like that, yeah. We could theoretically go and get Leviathan already as well here. We're having the piece of equipped, of course. Now, obviously, if we end up with the bounce rune armlets, we probably wouldn't be needing the gold armlet anymore because, the gold armlet will be outdated against some of the elemental armors. Want to get the music here though. Right, so ice, fire, earth, lightning, transform, mystify, sea. Yes. Use the bonds of magic. Liberation. Of course, the main problem is, yes, we cannot have any all material equipped, technically, except for these, of course, obviously, but yeah. But of course, rune armlet will be very good. Because not saying it up. So 26 hours in so far, and we're a little bit above level 30, almost level 40, and stuff that, so, but now comes Sting choice here. I mean, we're getting more rune armlets, we're definitely doing that first. I think we do it with him though. Here, we just... Well, technically we can't. We can't with her either. We can with him though. And I think we used talk about it here. We could also go and steal a bunch of right arms though. Shock mode. Death blow. That's the thing, we need all of these to level up and stuff there, but yeah. And rune armlet, of course, being the best, double AP growing armor, because, it's the only other double AP growing armor in the game. There's only two. Which, feels like a bit bad, sure, it's understandable because rune armlet is still pretty decent compared to a lot of other armors. Like, it's worse than a rune coat. It only has 5 defense percentage, so which, I mean, is, Bleeding coat has 0% defense though, and it has a very, very decent magic defense. Yeah, so the dodge chance is 14% on Cloud, 15% on her, and 7% used on the E-code use here. So, that is because of their dexterity values. He's 38, she 30 and 43 there. She's ridiculously fast. Yeah, you get to dexterity from steel, but he also has steel equipped, so, So here's what he has 38, except 43, so now if we actually if we equip the shock buffer on her, 18% now. So 18%, 15%, so yeah, dexterity is very, very powerful because of that, because you can see that's the dodge percent. Meaning, if you actually... there are a few things we can morph though, however, already on disc 1. And so yes, morphing enemies on disc 1 isn't an easy thing to do. It's actually quite hard. Generally, what you do is, I would say that you either farm up the mine materia, so you can cost like the mine tree or whatever on something, and then you just have it low. Or there is another thing you can also do, but you know. Actually, let's just use the right arm here with him. Because I feel like we can just grind more of these fairly easy. At least. Yes, absolutely perfect. Perfect. So yeah, Grenade Bomb is a big deal, of course, because Grenade Bomb takes all opponents, and then the next thing he gets is Hammer Blow, of course. And Grenade Bomb is very useful. But yeah, but I do think right. Fury gives you 30% chance to miss, so it's basically like reading that the weapons instead have like 30% less accuracy. So if something has 100, it is like 90, 80, 70 accuracy and stuff like that. Yeah. The question is though, I believe that Fury can also make a weapon that is 255 accuracy, make a weapon like that even miss. Oh, smell on it, you will use them right on. I'm actually pretty certain there are no material. I'm pretty certain that I already farmed the whole. Pretty certain I farmed a bunch of actual right arms and stuff like this because one right arm is pretty much powerful against every single enemy combination in the game. I feel like, you know. We need to go to the other side here in order to go north. Right. I mean, taking guineas is the same way there, I think. Whatever it is, but yeah. And actually getting more rune armlets now is very, very useful and stuff that. But I'm pretty certain right that used immediately when you enter this, it does not happen. The stores actually only refreshes once meter is summoned. Like even if the areas is dead, even if you go back then, the shops aren't updated yet. Stuff that it doesn't happen until later and stuff, but yeah. And now we get more rune armlets. Yes, the diamond is also like very, very useful and stuff that, but yeah. Want to buy something because the diamond, as you can see, is actually pretty insane. It's 57 and it's like, yeah, so. Actually, first we on him, but we want a leading card obviously for reasons. Move all the hero and range. Because I haven't decided if we're going to be using Barrett yet or not, but yeah. Right, and now, Vincent, you get rune armlet. Sid, get rune armlet. Just theoretically right if you see here, for example, gold omelet is technically better. A little bit more defense, a little bit more magic defense, but it has less defense percentage, so you know, not really worth it over. Black Diamond is definitely worth it over, but not that. Because Rune Omelet is slightly better at dodging. I will give to Mr. Bokus. Mr. Bokus, you can have the gold omelet as well. And again, we want to make sure that we keep one silver omelet because obviously stuff that. So there was another rune omelet, silver omelet. Okay, so I think that's all the rune omelets for now. So we can theoretically sell all the silver omelets now because there are still more characters out there with silver omelets. So sell gold because there's one more gold we can get instead of silver omelet. Eating cart we do not sell even though it's 4,000 we call it. So the higher potion though, so 3 Phoenix Downs. You see kids, it has the gold omelet. That's a gold omelet you have to keep. We get 3 more. So now we equip kids it with rune omelet. Rune omelet and rune omelet. So rune omelet, silver omelet, rune omelet, rune omelet, rune omelet, rune omelet. So she needs rune omelet. Yeah. Now we put her back. Only she needs rune omelet. So we go, and that will be everyone with rune omelet. Now we'll be basically can sell until we have one. So we only have one gold omelet, but you can sell 2 silver omelets. Yeah, I mean, you can see that sells for 1,000, silver omelet sells for 650, so that's a big deal. So all of them using rune omelet now. And stuff that, and we're keeping the gold omelet and of course the eating cart as well. So yes. So yes, no double growth. So it's either, yeah, it's using Barrett. Yes. So Barrett, you get steel again here. You get steel. You get Chocobalur as well. Let's give you Death Blow as well. Oh. I would think about giving those, but Ice, Fire, Lightning, Earth, and Horse. It would grab it for now. There we go. Now we're absolutely ready now. Because he basically has all the summons he wants. Except for Kyoto and Order Node, obviously. But he is the best Ifrit. So now comes the grind. Now we just need to get into position for the grind. Let's go, because I think you have to go this way to actually reach the closest, I think you have to go the long way around, actually. If I'm not mistaken, if you want to specifically get as close as possible to Middle. But yeah, you can end up here back where Midgar is and stuff. That was actually pretty cool. Being able to do that, like ending up near Midgar, is actually very cool. Yeah, the fact that you can go all the way back to Midgar here. I don't think the shopping can't change at this point, or has changed. It is also cool that they technically allow you to go up here. You're supposed to stack that, but I don't think there's a bonus hidden scene that you can get or whatever, right? No. It would have been fun if that was the case, but yeah. As you can see here, this is the way you have to go. If you want to get as close to Midil as possible on the Tiny Bronco, you want to go this way. And supposedly the best way to grind is technically in a forest. But I'm pretty certain there isn't a forest early that you can actually reach, because I'm pretty certain that is the forest that they're talking about. I'm pretty certain there is no reachable forest, because you cannot go up on that, technically. This is closest because you cannot reach over there because that's not connected to anything and stuff like that, but you can reach over here, of course, obviously. But yeah, I believe though, yeah, this is middle area here, as you can see, and I believe this will have the highest chance if you're right here. This should give us the highest chance possible, I think. So what will it give us the highest chance of? I think it has a chance of possibly giving us the best encounter. And the best encounter, of course, obviously is there's an encounter with, I think, 4 headhunters is the most, or 3 headhunters or something like that. But supposedly it is supposed to be that you grind in a forest, is what I read it as. But then it makes no sense, like how are you making it into that? Because this you don't want to fight. But the won't affect the clone, of course, obviously, but still. Yeah, and there's like no insane steel there, because imagine, right, if there would be an insane steel there. Like, I'm pretty certain, right, because there is no connection there, as you can see, obviously, there's no connection to that part of the water there. Everything, as you can see here. Because this is just made for Chocobo specifically here. Stuff that I think that maybe there's a higher chance out here to get it. Or there they are. Or like these enemies also work. That's so but he doesn't have it. So I need to use Ifrit actually. I should have actually equipped everyone with Hellfire here actually. Because that just makes things easier. Fight 2 though. Ifrit. Okay. Yeah, because the thing is that supposedly the enemy you're supposed to grind here is supposed to be headhunters. And I know that I specifically like search for like, okay, what's the strongest on this one? And I don't know why it would say that the headhunters are the strongest on this one. Unless there's a way to encounter them, unless there's a forest somewhere that's counted as being revealed, even though it shouldn't. We can still explosions here, which is nice. Bio 2. I want to take back a little bit more, please. I don't want to waste my actual actually fine. I don't care who gets killed here. Yeah, that's not the best. Yeah, that's gonna do it for now. For that, at least. Ifrit, 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 and Ifrit. Yes. Good portion move. Chocobo remove death blow. Put lightning over here. Put fire over here. So fire, lightning, ice. And then we go Ifrit, Ifrit, Odin, and Kyoto. So you can cast Ifrit at times. Doesn't say. Right, but if you go in outside here, it shows. Cast Ifrit 2 times. So you can cast Ifrit 4 times. And Claude can cast Ifrit twice. And that's just because his Ifrit is 2 stars. Stars. So I'm curious, I'm gonna try and go north here, although I think that it's not possible to get over to that green path, right? I don't think it's possible. Yeah, the best. But you can steal dragon scales here. Yo, dragon scales. I'm pretty certain you know how insane dragon scales are, because dragon scales water damage on all opponents, which is basically actually casting Aqualung, but Aqualung as an actual attack item, which, you know, is pretty dope, not gonna lie. Pretty certain that there is no way to reach like a forest somewhere that you can't spin path on the place. Okay, there's 2 more rollers. Ifrit, and Ifrit. Because this is supposedly what a rig do. Now if you had beta here, this would have been the easiest thing in the world. There should actually be quite a huge damage difference here when Claude is casting it. Although I don't have him equipped with Aerie right now. It wasn't that much. Now here's the thing, right? The only technical Ifrit that we care about is the one that Claude is using. So technically, if we equipped another weapon or we equipped another armor that actually had elite slots on it, then we could go all in fire and we could defeat him that way. And of course, obviously, once we get more levels and more like more, you know, once we gain more levels, use normal regular levels, but also when we gain more, oh my god. Yeah, when we gain a higher level, of course, that will increase our magic stat, but also when we get to when we also get like more stars with Hellfire, that we should make it technically stronger as well. Yeah, that did kill off one of them at least. Alright, we should probably stay there. Steal anything. Steal anything. Put you in the front row, please. Let's punch that thing. Yeah, that is still pretty decent, 1400 there, and then it's 160 points. Which is nice and everything, but of course, yes, you need the fire to become 5-3 basically and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna take quite a significant time to reach the course, obviously. But yeah, now of course you could theoretically we could do that though. Like if we equip, for example, if we equip the Adman Bangle. Actually, that might be actually worth going back for to actually grind. Sure, then we wouldn't have like the Rune Armlet effect, but we would be able to put like on 5, for example. Question though, does right arm deal a lot of damage to them? Okay, and then right arm again. Right. And then grenade bomb, I guess. That kills them. Correct. Yes. So the rarity angle by this encounter is really good. That gives you 240, so that's 480 AP. And it gives you 3900 every time. So it's kind of very similar to the one, right? But I am guessing, right, that you farm dragon scales. But what you do that it doesn't have to do at all with what material you have equipped, and you just go for the material you want to actually have grow. And then it's not really about the material combinations, it's instead about getting like stealing a bunch of what was just it's just going to be getting a bunch of things, but I thought that this enemy right here, right, because you cannot steal from it. I'm pretty certain that that can drop the peace ring, that enemy specifically. So right, there's no way to be like, oh, we can go over here now or something like that. Nope. Cannot. We can technically land here, but that doesn't do anything, and I don't think there's a forest up there somewhere. There's a forest over there, of course, obviously. So that's Fort Condor, right? So yes, you can see it in Fort Condor's distance there. You can see Medina. Yeah, there's no way over there, of course, obviously. Wait, does that forest actually... I'm curious about a thing. So curious because this island right here, these islands. There's a lot of that. What are you named? The Silicon Guard area. It's of course a Temple of Entities. This is Woodlands area. However, if we go further up here, the northern part of the forest become... that's a different zoo. That's Tornado. Can we steal from you though? Okay, let's use the bird wing, okay. Change into front row here actually. Technically right, the only character that technically needs double OP would be Cloud, technically. Because all we care about is the things that we actually care about is him getting the summon materials up to the level. And then we could equip the other characters with other stuff. Pretty much. So I'm guessing this does not count as Medina. Nope. I don't think it counts as Medina anywhere here. I don't think it even does on this very period. It does not count as being Medina. No. I mean, that would have been a cool trick. If it actually does get close enough to actually count as Medina here. But it does not. That would have been really cool though. Yeah, I wonder why they say the headhunters are possible to fight than on this one. Or is there somewhere where I'm not thinking? Does this count as Medina for some reason? Nope. But I mean, over there in the Medina area, there's no forest we can reach. Or maybe there is a... Okay, these are the horns. We don't these two guys that have... Curious, Mr. Dualhorn, what do you have? I don't remember what the Dualhorn have actually. Hip or not? Interesting. Wait, is that not even sellable otherwise? Very long. Of them do a lot. This is how tanky they are. I don't remember how much XP they give though. Oh, that's not too shabby at all. Really, all things considered. Anyway, see you all next time.